Hi everyone, this is Lynne-Marie from Lynne-Marie Designs at the Lilypad.com. I'm here to assemble my gratitude journal that I made using the Reminisce kit, which is part of the November Build Your Own collab, also known as BYOC at the Lilypad.com. So I printed out all my pieces, which I already showed on the previous video, and I printed them, most of them, double-sided. So this is, for example, the piece that I'm using as the cover, and I have this texture on the back. The pieces that are going to be glued down are I printed single-sided, but like the tags have that same texture on the back, or the pieces that are going to be flaps, we have the texture showing. All right, so that's for the printing. And then when it comes to folding, so when I printed this piece out, I had, of course, the bleed, not the bleed, but the little edge, the white edge around. So I cut that off, and I ended up with 10 3/4 inches in width. Okay, so then what I did is simply measured 3.5 inches in and made my lines. So it's okay if the center part is a little bit wider. We want that. And then, so I made my folds here. And if we need more room because it gets thicker, you can bring another fold in a little deeper, which I ended up doing. So I do have like 2 folds there, but they're really close together, so you may not be able to tell on the camera. So then after, I went ahead and inked all my edges, and I used some ink that I had on hand. This one's from Tim Holtz Faded Jeans Distress ink, and I just thought that the blue looked nice with the blue that I have in here, and it was the one that matched what I have the best. So that's what I used, and I just inked all my pieces ahead of time, so I have it all ready to go, ready to assemble. I also went ahead and put, you don't have to do this, but I put eyelets on my tags, and some of them I put little strings, doodads. You can do that later also. All right, so this is, what else do I have to talk about before we get started? Okay, the envelope. So I'm going to put this piece aside. This is the envelope piece. So it has little flaps like that. And then the front, I hope you can, maybe I'll put this here so you can see the outline a bit better. Yeah, so once that was cut out, I simply turned it. You could do it either way. You know, you could fold it this way and make the black your inside, or you can make it the outside, whichever way you want. So you basically fold the 2 little flaps over, and then you can figure out the bottom of this little flap. That's where you're going to come up, make it straight, and then the top down. And then again, I went ahead and made a second, you'll see it better here, a second pleat at both sides, at both ends, just to make it a little thicker so I could fit more stuff in there. So I decided to have the black on the outside. So that's going to go like this, and we're going to be gluing these edges down. Okay, so we'll get back to that after. So we're going to start with the main piece here and this strip. So it's a long strip that's going to make a long pocket on the side. We're going to be gluing just along the edges on 3 sides right here so that we can tuck something in there. Now the glue I'm using is Aleene's Premium Quality Turbo Tacky Glue, and the reason I like it is because it has a pointy edge here, and I can really go in and get, you know, something close to the edge. So I want to go as close to the edge as I can. This glue dries very quickly, and you don't need a whole lot, but you want to get it everywhere that you need it. A little lower. I want to go as close to the edge as I can so that I have as much room as possible to tuck stuff in there. Went over a little bit, that'll dry. There we go, that piece is done. Next, we want this pocket. So this one is going to fit at the bottom down here. Same idea, we're going to go 3 edges. Move that aside. 1, 2, 3. I'm so excited about putting this together. This is the first time I ever record a video of me assembling anything, so please bear with me. I hope I'm not going too fast or not talking enough or talking too much. I'll adjust. Okay, so now we've got 2 done. The next pockets we're going to glue on are these 2. They could go like this or like this, whichever you prefer. I think I'm going to put the flowery one on the bottom. I have a thing about putting darker colors near the bottom. I feel like it grounds things. Kind of want to line it up to the one that we have there already. And that looks good. Next. Okay. Now, the positioning of this one, the higher up you put it, the less you can put tags. Although if you have longer tags, I mean the shorter tags you have to put, the longer tags will just be sticking out the top. So you just have to bear that in mind. And you can put it lower or higher as you wish. All right, so now this basically is the back, and then this is going to fold over, and then the front cover is going to be here. It's a tri-fold. So the next piece we're going to put in is the waterfall. So we're going to start with the shortest. So I have these 3 pieces that form the waterfall, and they have kind of like a beveled edge there to fold over, and I went ahead and inked them there. And we're going to start with the shortest one. So we're going to put our glue along this edge. There we go. And I want to kind of line up with the bottom. Try to get the same distance from that fold and as close to the top as I can get. That looks good to me. Yeah. Now, I left my corners square, but if you wanted, you could use a corner rounder thing. If you prefer having rounded corners, I just left mine like that because I'm putting pockets at the bottom. If you do round the corners, you'd have to kind of round the pocket corners also. Okay, the next one that's going in is the medium size, and it's going to go right underneath just like that. Okay, so we'll go ahead and put our glue on the edge, on the little flap. Got to stand up and try it like this. Now I want to check and make sure that they're lining up this way. It's a little bit. Okay, that looks pretty good. All right, next one is this one, and it's going to go right underneath. So let's add our glue on the flap. It helps to have a bird's eye view when you're trying to line these up. Okay, that looks pretty already. So now we're going to be adding these pockets. Let me see, they're not in camera. Here, you can see them right here. These ones onto these flaps. I'm going to put the bird at the top. So he's going to go there. Then I think I'll put the flower here. It's just going to peek through. And this one will go at the bottom like that. Okay. Again, we're doing the 3 sides to form a pocket. I'm going to move that aside. As close to the edge as you can get. That's why I really love this glue for that reason. Okay. So this one says, everyday blessings. So there's a few little messages of gratitude sprinkled throughout the journal. And it doesn't have to only be used as a gratitude journal. It can be used for many other purposes. But seeing that we're November and it's the time to be thankful for the good things that we've got. It was a song I used to sing when I was a child. Just be thankful for the good things that you got. That was by Evie. Anyone ever hear of Evie before? If you're as old as I am and you grew up in church, you might have heard about her. Okay, third one. Okay. I'm noticing that when I open this flap, it's a little crooked. I don't like that. Wonder if I can adjust it. I'm afraid to try to adjust that. I guess I was a little off when I glued that down, but it's okay. It looks good when it's flat down like this. So that's what's important. Okay, the next thing to do. What's the next thing? Glue waterfall, glue the cover. Okay, so I want this to dry because I don't, when I flip this over. Okay, what we're going to do, I'm going to move this aside. We're going to do this. So I already showed you how to fold it. So now I'm just going to put a little bit of glue here along the flap and the other flap. Very simple envelope. And glue down my edges. Ugh. Okay. There we go. 1. 2. Okay, didn't stick. All right. So this one, having those flaps, allows a little bit more room to put stuff inside. And of course, I made that extra thick pleat at the bottom and near the top. Again, the paper that I used, you really see the fold in it. I don't know. I'm sure that there's better quality papers. So that's just what I had on hand. Now, this, to keep it closed, there's all kinds of different solutions. You could put a little piece of Velcro here, but I want to try something with little magnets that I have. These are just from the dollar store. They aren't too thick. So let me see. Yep, they hold together. So I want to put one. I'd have to have one here. Is that gonna, yeah, I think that'll hold. Okay, so how about if I use one of these flowers to hide the magnet? Okay, so I'm gonna glue this to the flower. I guess I should let that dry. Okay. Well, we'll give it a try. And then I'm going to actually put glue on the other side of the magnet and glue that to my envelope top. So it'll look like that. It's moving around right now because it's not dry. Then attach, let that magnet find the other piece right there. See, I know it's right in the right position. Put some glue on it and glue that down. Okay, we're going to let that dry. I hope that works. Maybe I'll put something heavy on top to, it's not very heavy. There. Nope. Okay. All right, now we're back to this. This is looking good. So we're going to work on the cover now. The pocket for the cover is this one, the kind of like a half of a square with a little edge. It says the little things that matter most. I want to put it about 3/4 of the way down, and I'm going to be slipping this little booklet into it. So again, we want the glue just along the edge. As close to the edge as possible. There. About there, huh? That looks right. Now, I don't want to put this in right away because as long as that glue's not dry, it could get stuck inside. So we'll wait. So that's going to go in there. And then I also have this pretty little girl cut out, and she's going to be here too. But I want to decorate this part. I have this bird. I was thinking, I don't know. Yeah. The bird's going to be there, but I want a little bit of dimension. So I have this roll of kind of like thick tape, thick double-sided tape. And I just cut a piece of that. Yeah. Oh, I don't want it too long because I don't want it to go over this. So, is that too long? I'll adjust. Okay, because his head's going to be sticking off. I think that's about right. Oop, no, it's coming over the edge. We don't want to stick it shut. Just remove a little bit there. It's sticking to my scissors. There. Sorry, little birdie. There we go. Now, how about this flower? Same idea. I'm going to put a little bit of this dimensional tape. Won't be as generous this time with it. I want it that way, so there, like that. I don't want to move it out of your sight. When I went to look at it, but then I realized you need to see it. So here we go. Now, let's see. Yeah, that fits in nicely. I want to put this word that says blessed. I think I'm going to put it right on the card itself. Blessed. So this card is printed double-sided, but it can be used for journaling on the inside. Yeah, that's looking nice. And the girl's going to go here with, well, I'll show you that later. All right, so we're going back here now. We have all of our pockets glued down. We have this one left to glue down. Now let's see if that worked. It did. Yay! Perfect. I guess I could put a little bit of, no, I think I'm just going to leave it like that. It should work fine. So this one is going to go on this inner flap, right, like that. You could glue it right in the center, but I was thinking I'm going to glue it a little lower, and I'm only going to glue 3 sides so I can actually use it as another pocket. So I always find it's a shame when you got to glue down a nice print, but that's the only way we could do this. So I'm going to do my 3 sides. I'm going a little bit farther inwards this time, less to the edge, because the tag that I'm going to be putting in here is not that wide anyways. So there we go. And I also want it to open outwards like that. So that's good. It's in the right position. There we go. Looking good so far. All right, I think we're ready to fill it. Okay, so this one was meant to go inside of this envelope. And I was also thinking that I might write like a letter or something on lined paper or some other special paper and tuck that in there too, or other little things that you want to tuck in. For this one, we have this tag with the lines counting my blessings. That's going to fit right in here. Yep, I was afraid there that it wasn't going to, but it does. Yay. Okay, that looks good. And then I want another longer tag to slip in here. And maybe, yeah, I think I'm going to have this little bird peeking out too. All right. This one, we need some shorter tags. So I have a few here that will fit. One. And the reason why they need to be shorter is because when you flip it up, you know, if they were longer tags, they would get caught. So there we've got 2. And we're going to address this side soon. Actually, maybe we should do that now because this is going to get bulky. So right here, I was going to glue this one down just I'm just going to glue it down. I'm not going to make a pocket or anything. Keep it simple. So just up all the way around. All right. Whoops. A heart full of thanks. Okay, make sure I'm still okay there. Got to move my piece around so you can see what I'm doing. All right, so that one's done. Maybe I didn't put enough glue here. Add a little bit. I think I should have done this before I put the tags in because it's a little bulky. Oh, all right, I'll just remove them here. Ah, that's so much better. Okay, next we're going to do the back of this one and this one. So I was just realizing, I said, I should have made 2 more pockets to go there, but I thought I can use this to make a pocket. So I'm going to cut it in half. Oh, where are my other scissors? They're right here. Okay, I'm going to cut it in half. Doesn't have to be perfect. If you want to be sure, you could kind of put them together and you don't have to do this, but I thought it would be nice. So I'm going to make a pocket here and a pocket here using this. All right, same idea. That's what junk journaling is all about. You use what you've got and you are creative with your materials. Repurposing. Now I kind of wish that I had a hole punch to do this. I do have a circular hole punch, but it's a big one. If I had a smaller one, I would just do this again. And oh, I should ink the edge. I don't have I'll use my finger. Yeah, that would look more complete. There. Do that on this one too. There. Inky fingers. All right. I'm going to use the other half here. Okay. Now, while I have this open, I really love this card. This one I feel deserves to go right here to get all the attention. Oh, it's a little tight. It's a tight fit. So if you do find that it is a tight fit, just kind of, that means that I put my glue a little bit too far inwards, not enough to the edge. But you just cut a little piece off the edge of your card and it should fit in. Still a little tight, a little bit more. You don't want it to be a struggle every time you take the card out. All right. Ah, there we go. Still, man, I really messed that one up. Now, the problem with recording something like this is that I can't stop and start over. So you're seeing me make all my mistakes. There. It's in. We're not going to move it anymore. Okay, so then we could decorate this one. Maybe I'll put one of these up there. And in here, maybe the clock. All right, we're back here. And then the fun part after all this is writing in each one of these. Oh, I want to be able to see grace in the ordinary. Oh, all right. All right. I want a longer tag for here because I've got more room. Maybe this one with it. Oh, that's looking so nice. So nice. I could put another one here. I am grateful. Well, we can't see the I am grateful. What do we want to put here? Okay, we'll come back to that. So we'll add some more tags here. Thankful heart. Oh, there. I am grateful. This one. I just realized you won't see the butterfly. Maybe we could have him sticking out somehow. I'll think about that. Okay, still have a few. This one can go, it's a little too wide for that. Go here. All right, that's looking good. Still have a few tags. This one I'm going to just push into here. I have 2 more tags left. Should put my cover on my glue so it doesn't dry up. All right, now another thing I want to do. These little labels are going to go on these flaps. So I have one that has the flip part in the center, and then the others have them on the side. So we're going to put, I'm going to do like on the side, in the center, and on the side like that. I wonder how long this video is going to be. I was getting ready to do this and I was preparing all my little tags and everything. My husband said, "There's so much stuff." And he said, "Boy, this is taking a long time." And I realized, like, no man would do this, spend all this time on little pieces of paper. They're just so much more pragmatic, right? We're built so different. Okay, what they see as a waste of time, we see as, I don't know, enjoyment, right? Yeah, I find this so relaxing. All right, now I'm going to do the center one. So I think I want the purple to show. Just have that little splash of color in the center. Make sure it's straight. That's looking so good. And then this I could use, I think I want this color. There we go. Oh, I love it. I love seeing like the blues with the browns, but then the pops of green and kind of purple. It's so nice. I love this color palette. Oh, this little ribbon is, all right. There, that looks nice. That looks beautiful. Okay, now I've got all this word art. Oh, and I have another tag. So maybe what I'll do is should I glue that onto this? That could be nice, huh? Or no, I don't like that. Where should I put this? It could be to pull this out. Yeah, that could look good that way. All right, that's where it's gonna go. There are options. You don't have to do everything exactly like I'm doing. This is, especially when it comes, I mean, post-assembly, you can put the tags wherever you want. You can play with the positioning of the pockets. You can be creative with this. This is just what I came up with, but it's flexible. There, that looks nice. Help pull it out of there. Okay, so we've got all of this word art that I can glue in different places. In this moment, I feel like we could put some black. Where do we need some black? Where do I want it? Not sure. It could be on the inside. Oh, I think I'm going to put it right there. Yeah, with the clock. That makes sense, doesn't it? In this moment, there's a clock. Yeah. It fits. Plus, it kind of adds a little bit of an edge, a nice edge, because that was kind of a plain edge there since I didn't have that semicircle. So put it right up to the edge and it makes it a more interesting pocket, right? Make sure I don't glue the tag down. Okay, I like that. Okay, the gift of today. Where are we going to put that? Gift of today. I think I'm going to go here. Oh, yeah, I'm going to go with the same idea. So, yeah. It's like I thought of it in advance, even though I didn't. It almost looks like it was meant to be. There. And I can probably add another tag here. There. Well, we can't see it's okay. You see it when you pull it out, right? It's like a surprise. Okay, next. Maybe these little lovely ladies. They could be down here against the black, or you don't have to use everything, by the way. Like if you feel like something doesn't fit the vibe of what you're going for, that's fine. Maybe I could put it on the back of a tag. I haven't decided. We'll get back to that. All right, words. Thankful. Against that black, I think that looks good. Harmony. Okay, we've got some purple here, purple here. Well, the kind of like the burgundy. I feel like I want some more purple somewhere over here. And we're going to go in the opposite side. abundance. Got some brown. Do we want to add this somewhere? Abundance. Could be on the inside. Gift of today, abundance. Yep, right there. I just realized you probably don't see that. I'm putting it up here. Abundance. Okay. All right. How about little labels? Some of the labels that I have. Do we want to use these anywhere? Undecided. Something like here would be nice. Oh, gathering moments of joy. I think I'm going to do something on the back here. Yep, with maybe one of these. So when I cut I did some rounded edges here, and my cutter just messed this up. But that's okay, because I can put a little flower. Got the different size ones, so I think maybe this. Is that going to work? No, I don't like that. The black. No, I don't like that either. What am I going to put there? Maybe a bird. A little birdie. Oh, yeah. But it has to not bother when I close this. I can always cut this. No, that's not going to make any difference. I don't think that's going to work. How can I fix this? Gathering moments of joy. Kind of want to use that there, but I'm not sure. Maybe this one could go there. Oh, you know what? I think I prefer this. All right. That's what we'll do. At the same time, it kind of secures that flap. And it goes with this vibe here with the old picture. Oh, I had a little, I think I lost my word that said joy. I lost my joy. I did. I don't know what happened to it. Anyways, there's a little piece like this that says joy. That would have been nice right there. Ah! I don't know what happened to it. I'm probably going to find it after I finish filming, somewhere on the floor. Oh, well, that's okay. Grateful. We could do grateful. It is supposed to be about gratitude anyway, so. Grateful. And I printed the birds out in 2 different directions so that we can, you know, you can put them facing the direction that you want. All right. Well, this is coming along very well. I would say I'm almost done, but this video is getting pretty long. So I think that it gives you a pretty good idea of what you can do here. Again, oh, I almost forgot the cover here. So I want to put this girl, and I'm going to use some ribbon to tie this up. So this is just a ribbon that I got at the dollar store. About that length. All right. Now I should have folded this edge a little bit thicker because look how thick it's getting. It's already getting pretty thick. So be forewarned if you want to make like a thicker edge here, and I probably, like, you can do it after, but it's harder. It's harder when you do it afterwards. So I have a little opening on the side of her arm here. I'm going to run the ribbon through that like she's holding this book together. And, oops, get her over here. There we go. And under this arm. And we're going to just tie the ribbon here. Loosely. Make it all cute. I made the ribbon a bit too long. We'll adjust that after. It's not so bad. So there we have it. There's my gratitude journal. Okay, move her over here to the edge. That looks pretty nice. I dare say so. Okay, make sure I have it in frame and I'm not moving it out like I probably have, because I haven't been checking what I'm doing the whole time. So I hope that you got to see everything. Let's do one final reveal. So we'll open it up. And then we have our side pocket here, our envelope where you can store some little treasures, and then some pockets here. We have our waterfall flaps with more pockets and a final spot at the back. Lots of room to put all of your gratitude journaling. There we go. Hope you enjoy.